Hi, this is your February 2014 horoscope for everyone who is looking for some answers, insights and inspiration and meaning as well. Make sure you check your ascendant sign prediction, moon and sun sign prediction. Most people check only the sun sign prediction, but make sure if you want to know more details, more in-depth, you're made out of just not one sign only, you're made of three important signs, that of the ascendant, the moon and the sun sign. And if you don't know what your ascendant or moon signs are, you can find them at my birth chart calculator at astrolada.com, for which I'm putting a link here. Aquarius, February 2014. Okay, Aquarius, this is for anyone who have their ascendant, sun or moon in Aquarius. I'm one of those people, so I love doing those predictions. And what is happening? I'll start with love because it's the month of love. So a lot of you probably start who are single or even already in relationship. They start thinking more about love and assessing their relationships more. So let's talk. How is relationship happening? What is happening in February love-wise? Venus, which is the planet of love and relationship, is triggering your 12th house, Aquarius. And it's a hidden private house. And it actually, you'd feel it in January as well, in February as well. And this because Venus stays there quite long time, which is unusual. Venus doesn't stay in a sign that long. It usually takes 15 days and goes out of a sign. But now it's a special moment because the universe wants you to pay attention to develop your relationship through 12th house ways. What does it mean? 12th house is a hidden private house. So some of you might develop actually private relationships. Some of you might be in relationships which are not publicly shown to the world. I'm not saying you're going to be cheating. I'm not saying that you want to cheat. It might be one of the consequences. But even if you're already in a relationship, you're married, you might just feel like you want to be more private with your partner. You might feel like you want to not to be out and about with, partying. You might just feel that you want to be in the sanctity of your own space, of your own time, of your own home, or maybe go away somewhere. 12th house rules holidays and retreating from the worldly responsibilities and affairs. So you can experience love in such environments. Maybe go to a spa, to an ashram, maybe go to a holiday skiing somewhere, maybe go something which is not, which is escaping from the burdens and responsibilities of the world. This is where you can experience love as well. This is where you can revive your love with a partner. So in a more private environment, maybe do a private little dinner somewhere in a cottage in the countryside, or private little dinner for your partner at home. This will revive your love a lot. This will feel very intimate. You're not for displaying love and, but you become very romantic when Venus is in the 12th house. Extremely romantic, because 12th house is the house of imagination and dreaming away. And when it's connected to the planet of love, imagine you can connect to the person on a more spiritual and soul level. I'm so looking forward to that. It's already happening even. And you can connect even when you're making love to your partner. When Venus is in the 12th house of your horoscope, you don't make love to their body. You don't, you make love to their soul. You connect to them on a deep level. You can experience bed pleasures which you haven't experienced in a while. It can be such a deepening thing for relationships when Venus is in the 12th house. Also, 12th house, for those of you who are not in relationships, who are looking for a relationship, Venus in the 12th house now can show where you can experience relationships, appreciation and love. So you can maybe find a date when you're abroad on a holiday, because 12th house rules foreign places, or maybe someone with a foreign background, or maybe someone who is somehow a bit more spiritual. Maybe you can find love on a spiritual course, or in a meditation, or in a yoga class, or on a holiday, or in some spa. Or you can find love in some kind of imaginative kind of fantasy situation. Let's see what it is possible. It's like maybe an imaginative fantasy situation is maybe if you're in a forum somewhere on the internet. 12th house is very strongly connected to the internet because it's so ephemeral. but it connects everyone, because 12th house is like we're all one, and this is what the internet does. We're all one with the internet. We're all interconnected there. So you can find maybe love through the internet as well, or through some kind of more spiritual places, or places where you go to relax and to rest. On the lowest level, these are like bars where you get totally smashed and drunk and you escape reality in this way. On a positive level, it might be cinema. You escape reality through fantasy world, you know, or, you know, all these other places, ashrams and spas and holidays that I mentioned. And this is also the places where you deepen your love with your partner as well, or through doing such 12th house activities. Okay, let's see what else. Also, let's see what is doing the planet of relationships for Aquarius, which is the Sun, because the Sun rules the sign opposite Aquarius, and the sign opposite is directly related to relationships. The others, if you're Aquarius, the other sign, which is Leo, is partners, and Leo is ruled by the Sun, and the Sun is in Aquarius, which means that also the partner, you can meet someone who comes straight to you. You don't even have to make an effort, because the planet of relationship comes into your sign, so it comes to you. So maybe you don't even have to make an effort. You can just be walking somewhere, doing something, and you meet someone. And you can, when the Sun transits your sign, when the Sun, the planet of relationship, transits Aquarius, people, Aquarius tend to get more involved in relationships overall. It's like relationship matters are brought in front of them. They have to deal with them directly. And let's see what else. Also, that's about relationship, but let's talk about overall influences for Aquarius in February 2014. You have Sun and Mercury together in the first house. So it's a great time to start things till around about the 20th of January. From about the 20th of January to about the 20th of February. And even till the end of February, those planets trigger your house, trigger your sign. So the Sun vitalizes you, gives you energy to start new projects, to motivate you. And I'm starting a big project after the 20th of August, sorry, the 20th of January, and I'm so excited. So don't rush. If now it's January still, but you can start getting new projects, getting involved in new running after new projects, after new material and worldly achievements after the 20th of January. And the whole of February, it's a great time for Aquarius to get going. And also, as I said, you feel much more energy all of a sudden, and you shine. When the Sun is in your sign, you're more like the Sun. You become more visible, more center of attention. You become more focused on career matters, because the Sun is a planet of career generally for everyone. The Sun rules our goals and long-term projects. So this is when we can really focus on those and get things going there, and trigger certain important career events in our life. And Mercury gets retrograde in Aquarius. When a planet is retrograde, it becomes much more powerful and intense. It becomes much more stronger influence. And Mercury is the planet of skill. And Mercury gets retrograde in Aquarius rarely. I think it's once in, 7-8 years, something like that. And it means that you have to be, a lot of Aquarius, most Aquarius will be called to focus on Mercury things a big part of February, maybe towards the second part of February in particular. Because, but take the whole of February. Take the whole of February, because Mercury is the planet of skills and management, and how you manage your daily affairs, and how organized you are, how ordered you are. So a lot of Aquarius will be called to focus a lot on that. You'll be much better managers. You'd actually be able to surprise yourself with the skills that you develop. This retrograde Mercury can call to you to summon up such practical skills and abilities which you are not aware that you have. So you might be called to manage things much more, to order things much more. You might be called to put order into your life and to make your life or business or anything in your life much more efficient. Anything to do with management, with making practical things you'd be interested in, and you'd be shining in those, and you'd be called to do those. And Mercury is the planet of business. So people who are Aquarius, who are in business, should be sparkling in this period. Should be getting witty, a lot of ideas. They'll be getting a lot more witty, a lot more impactful with their speech, because Mercury rules communications, and they'll be like showered with information. A lot of Aquarius, they'll be like getting phone calls, emails, they'll be getting a lot of communications. Mercury, when it's moving backwards, can get a lot of Aquarius in touch with people from their past, maybe friends from the past, get and call them, people you haven't heard a lot from. And also a lot of you might have to do important managing and organizing plans, or maybe doing some marketing, or doing anything which is to do with the lower mind, which is organizing, managing, advertising, writing, reading, communications, all those day-to-day practical affairs. You'll be extremely busy period for that, for those people, but great for business as well for Aquarius, especially Aquarius ascendant and sun and the moon as well. And I just want to give you last, those of you who are born on the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th of February, or who have their ascendant or moon from about 21 to about 24 degrees in Aquarius, they're having Saturn transit. Only those people, they'll feel it's quite powerfully, and Saturn is the planet of hard work, is the planet of testing you, so your vibration might be much lower, you might have self-doubt, maybe someone might be really demanding and critical. If it's not someone, it will be you that is like that. You might be given more responsibilities and burdens that you're not very excited about, but you have to do. And if you work hard and if you're methodical about it, you will have, you'll see the results more slowly, but you will get there. Saturn tends to be more difficult periods in life, and sometimes even they can affect relationships, especially if your ascendant is from those degrees that I mentioned, 21, 23, 24, approximately, even 20 to 24. You might have some relationship test in your life, and you might feel a little bit more lonely, more isolated, and you feel a bit more restricted when Saturn is around in your movements and in your plans, with a bit more obstacles. But it's a testing period to test your resilience and loyalty in those things. Thank you very much, Aquarius, and I will see you next month.